To the shock of everyone, Liverpool didn't sign a single outfield first team player this summer, after years of excellent recruitment by Jurgen Klopp. So today we're going to rate every player Jurgen Klopp has signed for Liverpool. That's not including players who have only featured for the youth side so far, so sorry Harvey, Elliott. Number 1, Marco Grujic. The midfielder was the first signing of the Jurgen Klopp era, arriving from Red Star Belgrade for £5.1 million in January 2016. But despite arriving more than 3 years ago, Grujic still hasn't made a proper impact at Anfield. He spent most of his days out on loan, making just 14 appearances in a Liverpool shirt. He's now enjoying a second season in a row at Hertha Berlin, where he's showing how good a player he can be. For now though, it looks like there's no chance he'll make it at Liverpool, so it's 3 out of 10 for him. Number 2, Sadio Mane. While his first signing wasn't a hit, Klopp struck gold with Sadio Mane. He tapped into Liverpool's feeder club Southampton, bringing the Senegal flyer up north for £34 million. He scored on his debut against Arsenal, and since then it's been goal after goal. Last season he took the number 10 shirt and had the best season of his career, and he started the new campaign in similar form. A truly elite player, Mane's signing gets a 9.5 out of 10. Number 3, Joel Matip. 6 months ago this signing wouldn't have got as much praise, but a wonderful 2019 for Matip has seen his stock rise dramatically. But in 2016 he joined on a free, but didn't really look too strong at the back in his first couple of seasons. When Joe Gomez got injured last season though, Matip came in and formed a brilliant partnership with Van Dijk, resulting in the Reds winning the Champions League. Joel Matip gets a 7 out of 10. Number 4, Loris Karius. Okay, this is arguably Klopp's biggest mistake. The German keeper arrived in the summer of 2016, tasked with challenging Simon Mignolet to be the club's number 1 stopper. Sadly for Karius, his time as a Liverpool player has been littered with mistakes, and none bigger than the 2018 Champions League final, a game that effectively ended his Reds career. He's been a massive disaster and gets a 1 out of 10. Number 5, Ragnar Klavan. The Estonian defender arrived to add depth to Jurgen Klopp's defence in July 2016, an odd signing considering he'd not really played to a massively high standard before he arrived at Anfield. Klavan spent 2 years with the club, a bit part player who was far from spectacular, eventually leaving last summer to join Cagliari for £2 million. Klavan was nothing special and gets a 3 out of 10. Number 6, Jorginho Wijnaldum. Gini Wijnaldum joined Liverpool at an interesting time in his career, having just suffered relegation with Newcastle after his first season in England. But Jurgen Klopp still saw something in the Dutchman, spending £25 million on him. After scoring 11 Premier League goals for Newcastle, Klopp forced Gini to change his game, becoming more of a holding midfielder who kept Liverpool ticking over in the middle of the park. And now he's an important cog in the Liverpool machine, even scoring 2 historic goals in the comeback against Barcelona. Gini Wijnaldum gets an 8 out of 10. Number 7, Alex Manninger. The German veteran arrived in 2016 on a short-term deal, and 1 year later he confirmed his retirement. Nothing to say here, it's 0 out of 10. Number 8, Dominic Solanke. When the Reds signed Solanke, it looked like a massive coup. The striker was highly rated at Chelsea, but Liverpool took him off their hands after limited chances at Stamford Bridge. Solanke did get chances at Liverpool, but really struggled with the step up in quality, scoring just 1 goal. The only saving grace for Liverpool was the fee they sold him for, with Bournemouth crazily spending £19 million on him. So for that, Solanke gets a 4.5 out of 10. Number 9, Mo Salah. I mean, what else is there to say about Mo Salah? The Egyptian rewrote his Premier League wrongs after a poor spell with Chelsea, winning back-to-back golden boots with the Reds, scoring 32 in his first season, then 22 last time out. Salah is a modern-day Liverpool great, and now established as one of the best players in the world. He's a key reason why Liverpool are where they are, and his signing gets a 9.5 out of 10. Number 10, Andy Robertson. Klopp was starting to make a habit of signing relegated players, surprisingly picking up Andy Robertson from Hull. This is a lad deemed too small to play for Celtic, who was playing for Dundee United not too long ago, but after a slow bedding in period, Robertson has developed into one of the top left backs in the Premier League. His delivery and energy down the left flank is exceptional, and Robertson is an example of a player benefiting from top quality coaching. His £8 million arrival gets a 9 out of 10. Number 11, Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain. Known better by those out of football as the lad going out with Perry from Little Mix, Oxlade-Chamberlain was a shock late arrival in August 2017, moving from Arsenal for £35 million. It didn't look like he'd really fit in at Liverpool, but as the season went on, the Ox got better and better, and became the driving force in midfield as Liverpool reached the Champions League final. Last year was lost due to injury though, and he needs to prove this season that he can get back to his best. For now, the Ox gets a 5.5 out of 10. Number 12, Virgil van Dijk. Without a doubt, the best signing of Jurgen Klopp's tenure as Liverpool boss, there isn't a single player who's had as big an impact. Heads were turned when his £75 million arrival was confirmed, but Van Dijk quickly established himself at Anfield, growing into a world-class defender and one who makes the players around him even better. Liverpool are title challengers and European champions because of Virgil van Dijk, it's as simple as that. For all the goals they score, keeping them out at the other end was the issue, and Van Dijk has resolved that. He gets a 10 out of 10. Number 13, Naby Keita. The Naby Keita saga was a long one, with Liverpool confirming the deal almost a year in advance, putting huge pressure on the midfielder as everyone eagerly anticipated his arrival. Sadly for Keita, it hasn't clicked yet in red, with injury after injury disrupting his Anfield career. Klopp will have hoped that Keita would have been the creative force and goal scorer from midfield that his team are missing, but it hasn't happened yet. Sadly, he gets a 4 out of 10. Number 14, Fabinho. After the Champions League heartache in 2018, Liverpool acted quickly and improved their squad, bringing in Fabinho from Monaco for £39 million. But to begin with, people were asking what was going on. Klopp refused to play the holding midfielder, waiting a couple of months to hand him his Premier League debut. But now Fabinho is a key midfielder, the anchor in the midfield of the park who expertly breaks up play with his long legs and perfect timing. This signing gets an 8.5 out of 10. Number 15, Xherdan Shaqiri. To think, this was the last outfield first team player that Liverpool signed, and he's another one who came from a relegated team. After going down with Stoke, Shaqiri got another chance in the top flight, joining the Reds for £13 million. It seemed like a great deal, a solid and technically gifted player who can add depth and fill in when key players need a rest. And to begin with, that's exactly how it went, and Shaqiri was a brilliant signing. However, as time went on, Shaqiri's minutes dwindled, and now he barely gets a kick. The Swiss international gets a 6 out of 10. Number 16, Alisson Becker. After the Karius debacle, Klopp knew he needed to sign a top-class goalkeeper, and that's exactly what he did with Alisson. The Brazilian arrived from Roma for £67 million, which was a record for a goalkeeper at the time. And after a few wobbly moments early on when he tried to play off from the back, Alisson showed why it cost so much money, becoming such a calming presence in between the sticks, something Liverpool haven't had for years. The goalkeeper gets a 9 out of 10. Number 17, Adrian. The Reds needed to replace Simon Mignolet this summer, and Adrian probably couldn't believe his luck. Injury to Alisson has forced him into the limelight, and he's currently Liverpool's number 1. His Super Cup heroics show that Adrian can be relied on, but Klopp will be hoping Alisson isn't out for much longer. As for Adrian, he gets a 6 out of 10. And finally, number 18, Andy Lonergan. I mean, this was just a laugh, wasn't it? He's 35 and was playing for Rochdale last season. He's there to make the numbers up. It's a 0 out of 10 for Andy Lonergan. So that's every Jurgen Klopp signing for Liverpool rated. Let us know what you reckon in the comments below. Thanks for watching and don't forget to like, share and subscribe.